Welcome back to the Xplainer. Let's just jump right in, okay? Because today we are looking at something absolutely urgent. We're talking about the massive difference between catching a serious health issue while your body is still just quietly whispering to you versus finding out years later when it is literally shouting. Today, we're unpacking some truly fascinating, life-saving insights from Dr. Marcus Aura. He's a heart surgeon with 20 years of experience, and he's revealing exactly how our bodies flag hidden dangers long before they ever become emergencies.
So I have kind of a weird question for you. Are your feet whispering to you? I know, it sounds a little crazy, but Dr. Asuera has seen firsthand what happens when small, quiet problems get missed. And after 2 decades in the operating room, he notes that these problems almost always show up first in a place you probably aren't paying nearly enough attention to, your feet. Let me tell you a quick story to show you exactly how this plays out.
Meet Walter. He's this 71-year-old retired plumber from Ohio. Now, Walter goes in for a totally routine cardiology checkup, and he's feeling completely fine. Seriously, zero chest pain, great energy. But right as he's heading out the door, his wife just casually mentions that his feet have been numb for the past year. Walter just laughs it off. He says, "It's just age, doc." And man, is that a relatable medical mystery. We all kind of write off those little random numb spots as just a normal part of getting older, right? Well, Walter's doctor decided to run just one extra test that afternoon, a fasting glucose test. And the result was staggering, a 218. Those numb feet? Yeah, they were absolutely not a normal part of getting older. That number proved there was a silent storm happening inside Walter's body.
But the real kicker is the follow-up test. His hemoglobin A1C came back at a 9.2. Just to put that severity into perspective for a second, that means Walter had literally been walking around as a full-blown diabetic for at least 2 entire years, without having a single clue. He felt totally fine, but he was completely missing the vital warning signals his own feet were trying to send him.
So how on earth did he miss it? Well, it comes down to a massive paradigm shift. You see, when we hear the word diabetes, we instantly think sugar. But fundamentally, it's actually a vascular disease. It's a disease of your blood vessels. Think of your body like a house's plumbing system. The pipes that fail first are almost always the ones furthest away from the pump. In your body, that means the tiny, delicate vessels way down in your feet fail first. So let's decode the hidden signs of this, starting right now.
Okay, the first hidden sign is peripheral neuropathy. This is nerve damage where high blood sugar acts like a slow, silent acid. Imagine your nerves are like electrical wires. Sustained high glucose physically strips the protective plastic insulation away from those wires. The wire still technically works, sure, but the signals get all fuzzy and crossed. That persistent fuzziness, that tingling, the numbness, that is the damage happening in real time.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom here. Let's talk about how we can actually fight this. There are immediate micro-solutions to help preserve that nerve function before the insulation is stripped away for good. First, take a 20-minute daily walk. Just a steady, easy pace to get that blood pumping. Second, reduce your added sugar today. Not tomorrow, not as some New Year's resolution next month. Today. These 2 simple steps are powerful protectors for your nerves. Moving on, another massive warning sign is what we call the broken fire alarm. This is that annoying nighttime burning in the soles of your feet. And this one is incredibly sneaky. During the day, you're distracted, you don't notice it. But at night, you feel this dull, persistent heat. The damaged nerves in your feet are misfiring, constantly sending these panic heat signals straight up to your brain, making it feel like they're burning even when your feet are perfectly cool to the touch. And honestly, the most fascinating part about this is the timeline. A study in the journal Diabetes Care actually shows this specific nighttime burning gives you 1 to 3 years of advanced warning before a formal diabetes diagnosis. 1 to 3 years. That is a massive window of opportunity handed to you on a silver platter. During this time, you need to be drinking 8 glasses of water daily and eating plenty of fiber. That fiber acts as a sugar brake pad to slow down how fast sugar hits your bloodstream. Now, if you ignore this restricted flow, it leads directly to a devastating statistic from the CDC, 100,000. That is the number of non-traumatic leg amputations happening every single year in the US linked to diabetic foot ulcers. And the craziest part? Almost every single one of those started as a tiny ignored wound, a cut that just wouldn't close. When blood sugar is consistently high, your blood vessels get stiff and narrow, acting exactly like kinked garden hoses. The healing nutrients simply can't push through to fix the cut. The next sign hides completely in plain sight: diabetic dermopathy. This is a reddish or bruised-looking staining on your lower legs.
It happens because sustained high blood sugar damages those small vessels, essentially starving the tissues of fresh oxygen. So it looks like a bruise you just can't explain. And research shows these skin changes are detectable on average about 18 months before a formal diagnosis.
So what do we do about those oxygen-starved tissues? Well, we can combat this with a few morning microsolutions. Try 5 minutes of gentle ankle circles and some morning calf stretches. Doing this daily helps physically push fresh blood back down into those exact starved areas in your lower legs. It's such an incredibly simple habit, but trust me, it makes a massive difference. Next up, we have to watch out for the broken internal moisture pump. We're talking about deep, and I mean deeply cracked heels that absolutely refuse to heal no matter how much lotion you slather on them. High blood sugar attacks your autonomic nerves, literally shutting off your foot's natural internal moisture pump. But here is a crucial warning. While you absolutely must moisturize your soles, never put lotion between your toes. Trapping moisture in those tight spaces is just an open invitation for nasty fungal infections.
Which brings us to pitting edema. And man, this one really shows how everything in our body is connected. Pitting edema is persistent evening swelling that leaves deep sock marks on your skin. You see, diabetes is actually the leading cause of kidney disease. And when your kidneys get damaged, your body's fluid regulation gets completely thrown off. It basically just leaves gravity to pull all that excess fluid straight down into your feet.
Let's actually walk right through how to check for this with a quick 5-second thumb test. Step 1, press your thumb firmly into your swollen ankle for 5 seconds. Step 2, release it. Now, if the indentation stays there looking like molded clay, that's pitting edema. If you notice this, you need to elevate your feet for 15 minutes a day and seriously start checking the sodium labels on your food.
You might also experience short-circuiting nerves. This is characterized by a sharp, stabbing, electric shock kind of pain. A lot of people mistake this for arthritis and just pop daily ibuprofen for months. But here's the crucial point. Relying on ibuprofen just masks these hyperactive misfires, and it actively raises your heart attack risk. So instead of masking it, try doing gentle morning bed stretches before you ever put your body weight on your feet.
Then there's the July freeze. If you have consistently cold feet, even in the middle of a hot summer when the rest of you is totally warm, you need to pay attention. This is a massive early marker for peripheral artery disease. Your vessels have narrowed so much that warm blood simply cannot reach your toes. The absolute best fix? Force that blood down there by going for a brisk 30-minute arm-swinging walk. It really helps build up those vessel walls. And that brings us to the final warning, the silent marker. This is thinning or completely absent hair on your lower legs and feet. Hair follicles are incredibly demanding little things. They need a constant, steady, rich supply of blood and oxygen just to survive. When long-term vascular damage starves them, the hair just gives up and stops growing. It's a quiet, super reliable physical sign of blood vessel damage right beneath the surface of the skin.
Okay, so we know the 9 signs. Now let's pivot to what I call the $12 solution, starting with some vital, low-barrier homework. Step 1, sit down in really good lighting. Step 2, take off your socks. Step 3, examine your feet for exactly 30 seconds. That's it. Look for the numb spots, the cuts, the stained ankles, the missing hair. It is so incredibly easy to do, but it is the absolutely vital first step in taking control of your health.
And here's where the $12 comes in. If you spot even one of those 9 signs we just talked about, call your doctor tomorrow morning, ask for a standard lab, fasting glucose, and an A1C test. It literally costs about $12. Seriously, $12 and one simple blood draw can fundamentally alter your entire health trajectory. Early detection allows you to completely manage this with simple lifestyle and diet changes way before it's too late.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative question to chew on today. What are your feet trying to say? Seriously, don't ignore the whispers. Go ahead, do your 30-second check right now. And please, do me a huge favor and share this explainer with a loved one who's over 50. You might just be handing them the exact piece of life-saving information they didn't even realize they were desperately looking for. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I'll catch you next time.